people like the idea of having rooftop gathering space.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
you're all
good.
set.
Okay. So we're just in executive session. We're returning to our regular meeting, and we'll begin with announcements. And Barry, do you want to give us that announcement?
Overnight parking between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. on village streets is prohibited from November 1st through April 1st.
Okay. Thank you. And public comment, and the gentleman that was here may come back, and hopefully he'll have an opportunity to speak. So we'll move to motions, and Trustee Cheney.
Motion to grant permission to Village of Warwick employee Mike Finelli to carry over 5 vacation days.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution, Village of Warwick Board of Trustees, loan to well number 3 capital project fund, whereas the village is installing well number 3 and related infrastructure to improve its water supply system, which capital project is paid in part by a grant awarded by the EPA Clean Water Drinking Grant and expensed from the well number 3 capital project fund, H Fund. The current balance in the H Fund is not sufficient to pay current project expenses, although the Board of Trustees anticipates receiving grant funds prior to the end of the 2025 calendar year. Accordingly, the board intends to authorize a loan from the Water F Fund to the H Fund, which loan will be paid back to the Water F Fund upon receipt of grant funding. Therefore, it is resolved that the Board of Trustees authorizes a loan in the amount of $717,629.39 from the Water F Fund to the Well Number 3 Capital Project Fund, H Fund, which loan shall be paid back to the F Fund upon receipt of grant funding. And before you ask for a second, should it be the 25-26 calendar year? It's not calendar year either,
It's,
right? Shouldn't it be
fiscal
our
year?
fiscal year?
Oh,
Should it be fiscal year as opposed to calendar year?
Well, it
Because
says
calendar
it-
year and fiscal aren't the
Sadie's
same.
email said 2025.
By the end, but we should be receiving grants prior to the end of the year.
Right.
That's what she
I don't
said.
think.
If you want to say 25, 26 fiscal year, that's fine. That doesn't change the subject.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
that you
I think it should
cover,
be, yeah.
cover our,
Prior to
Right,
the end of the
it's
25-26 fiscal year.
this is federal funding, so I don't know what their fiscal year is. So, okay, so do we have a second?
Second?
Okay, and it's a roll call?
Well, can I ask a
Yes, of course.
question or two first, please?
Yep.
So how much of this 717,000 is for paying the vendors that we owe versus moving forward paying the costs that have yet to be delivered upon,
My understanding is it's to cover the full project,
the full project?
yes.
Okay. Do we have any sense of what it would require to pay the expenses we have already incurred? And this, I guess the second part of that is, what if we were not to move this forward until we were certain that there's the grant funding coming in?
Well, I don't know whether we have to go into executive session to discuss this, but we have a request even before us tonight to pay a bill from the contractor. So we have contractor bills that we're responsible for. So
Yeah.
I think
It's well underway.
it would not be in our best interest to, withhold funds that wouldn't make the contractor happy. And not that we necessarily have to have a contractor, but it wouldn't be fair to the contractor.
That's not what I'm suggesting,
Oh,
of
I'm
withholding what's due.
Okay.
I'm wondering about how much till we can get current on the expenses, and how do we separate that out from, well, what is the expense of the last leg of the project? Or is it all through one vendor where they're expecting it on a schedule?
It's basically two vendors. They're gonna be 90% done within probably a month and a half.
I see.
So the money that was allocated based on the contracts that we have with the electrical and with the general contractor, would, put it to the point where we'd be pretty much needing to pay for the whole thing by the end of the year.
But it's a cost reimbursable grant, right? So we're not paid proactively. Are we getting reimbursed? How is it
So
working?
there are two components to this. The one component is the ARPA money. And so the ARPA money's clearly, that's in our
different, yeah.
hand, it's completely different. The other is the grant through EPA from Congressman Ryan's office. And that's the one that I'm not even sure how far along we are relative to having that grant secured. I believe Pittengarrow and Dosch has been the one that's been working on it. Have we signed we haven't not signed grant agreements even yet.
We received an award letter.
Yes, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So it's moving in the direction, just the timeline's a little bit off.
were we permitted to proceed with it without a
Yes.
grant agreement? It's not.
Yeah,
We-
yeah,
And
we
we
were
broke
clear on that,
ground?
that we'd,
Okay.
we'd asked that question right up front. We just
Okay.
wanted to make sure that we weren't jeopardizing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Congressman Ryan, when he was on site, he would have said, wait, stop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Assuming he knew the ins and outs of
Well, I
how
think
the
he,
program works.
yeah, I think he does, I think
Yeah.
he's,
So no doubt it's a critical infrastructure project that we have to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
My question was more around the timing, and I'm not familiar with the schedule
Yeah.
of fees associated with that contract.
Yeah, it's well underway.
It's well
like,
underway.
Yeah, when we went out there, there's a lot of activity going on.
Yeah.
Who are the vendors again? Is it
Pittengarrow and Dosch are the engineers on the
Engineers.
project. TAM is the general contractor and Joseph Warren is the electrical contractor.
okay?
okay.
And that amount in the resolution is
It was
Anticipating
calculated
all
by
the-
Sadie based on, I think, expectation of what the project's gonna cost and what's been spent to date, plus factoring in the ARPA money.
got it.
We just didn't adequately we didn't have the right amount of money in the H fund
Right,
Right.
in advance
Yes.
of this, so it's just moving money over temporarily.
Until we're reimbursed, and we put
And
it
then
back.
it gets paid back.
Okay, thank you.
good, good questions.
Yeah.
So we have a second, well, we have a roll call.
Trustee Cheney?
Yes.
Trustee Foster?
Yes.
Trustee McKnight?
Yes.
Trustee Carell?
Yes.
Mayor Newhoff?
Yes.
Number 3, motion to approve payment number 12 in the amount of $140,953.29 to TAM Enterprises, Inc. for the well number 3 treatment plant project as per the recommendation of Pittengarrow and Doach Consulting Engineers, PC. Funds are appropriated in budget code H.8330.2000.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to authorize the mayor to enter into a contract with Creighton Manning Engineering and Surveying to provide transportation planning services for 2 transportation safety initiatives under the Safe Streets for All grant. 1, townwide transportation safety action plan, and 2, slow down Warwick demonstration projects at a total cost not to exceed $239,260, and to sign the same. Funds are appropriated in budget code H 8097-2000.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the first addendum, the lacrosse, would you do
Oh, yeah.
that?
Motion to grant permission to Warwick Youth Lacrosse Club to use Veterans Memorial Park for practices on October 27th, 2025, November 3rd, 5th, 10th, 12th, 17th, 19th, and 2025, and from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Request includes use of restrooms and use of electricity for the football over 35 lights. Events must be in coordination with the other activities taking place in the park, such as Warwick Little League, Warwick Youth Football, Highlander Rugby, Warwick Adult Kickball League, and Warwick Wascals. Completed park permit, proof of insurance, and security deposit have been received. Approval pending the receipt of the field light fee.
Okay,
Second, I have a question here.
Sure.
When we say must be in coordination with other activities, we're not the ones doing the coordination, right?
no,
Okay.
no, they are.
They're gonna sort that amongst
They
themselves.
sort it
Yeah.
out, yeah.
And they know
Excellent.
it. They're
Yeah.
used
Great
to
answer.
it, right? They
Yeah.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know. Maybe we should make Tom the sorter outer.
You don't want
Sorting
me
outer.
to be the sorter outer.
Coordinator, the sorter outer.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And Tom, would you take the last addendum?
Yes. Motion to accept proposal from the ICC Community Development Solutions for the purchase of Laserfish, an electronic content management system, at a total project cost not to exceed $15,713. For one, the purchase of software with licensing up to 100 users at a cost of $3,418. Two, 2 days of remote staff training at a cost of $2,800. Three, set up a records management process automation around implementing the New York State LGS 1 schedule at a cost of $1,695. Four, 2 days of remote workflow training at a cost of $2,800. And five, the processing and upload of scanned images to the repository at a cost of $5,000 per the recommendation of Village Clerk, Records Management Officer Raina Abramson, and part of the 2025-26 New York State Archives Local Government Records Management Improvement Fund Grant Award. Funds are appropriated in the FY 25-26 budget, code A1410.4950.
Okay,
Second?
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited to support.
That's exciting.
So we'll go on to reports. And Barry, do you have anything for us?
Yeah, just want to reiterate what I mentioned at the last meeting, and that is that the DEC issued an advisory and that we are under a drought watch. It's the first of 4 levels that DEC uses to indicate problems with precipitation and water availability. We've established a voluntary voluntary water restrictions, and as such, we're asking that our customers cease the outside use of water, no car washing, things of that nature, and watering of lawns, and do whatever you can to conserve water inside the house as well, or the business. So just if you need further information on how to conserve water, there is a page on our village website that would provide that information for you. And then got an update on the New York State DOT paving project. The night work that was occurring at West Street and Main Street has concluded with new storm drainage structures having been installed. The sidewalk crews are returning this week. The east side of Oakland Avenue had been dug up, and then they kind of disappeared for a while. They're going to be back this week, and next week they expect to have the majority of it done by the end of next week. And as far as winter work goes, there's going to be periodic winter work done based on weather conditions. It's going to be small things. It's not going to be any of the large projects. They're going to be buttoning things up, and shouldn't be too particularly difficult to get around them for the most part. And then as far as paving goes, the Bellevale to the village stretch, that has been milled, and it's expected that the 94 section from state line to the village, that milling is going to be occurring this week and into next week. And then they'll begin paving those 2 sections, and the paving is expected to be completed prior to Thanksgiving. So that's pretty much where that stands, and I'll just reiterate, if you're driving out there, be very careful. You're in a construction zone. Follow the signs, follow the detours, and also the instructions of the flaggers that are there, and just be very, very careful in those zones for the safety of the workers.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Tremendous amount of work. but
Yeah, thanks so
Yeah.
much.
it'll be worthwhile in the end.
Yes, yes.
In the end.
We'll look back hopefully and just say, yeah, we got through it.
Very good. Carly?
Well, the skate park opened this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and the mayor gave a beautiful speech
Oh,
about that. It was really wonderful. That was a huge community effort, and it's going to be a great resource. It
Yeah.
was cool seeing everybody out there. It was really neat. Also, we had opened several weeks ago the Safe Streets for All call to local artists. And the board will be pleased to know that we had 14 submissions.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're very high quality. And
Very,
so
yeah.
the committee's going to meet next Wednesday to score the submissions. I've gone through them myself 3 times over. And we've got some really strong, actually, we had more than 14, but there were 14 that met the minimum requirements. So we had submissions all the way from Scotland. So
Wow.
the requirement was that you had to be like in the local area. So, but that's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
And then you heard that we're going to be moving forward with the contract for Creighton Manning. So we'll be able to begin the townwide transportation safety action plan soon. And then, do you want to say anything about the survey for New York Forward?
Yeah, I will in a
Okay.
minute, so. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's it.
Okay. Mary?
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
yeah, the Witches Night Out.
Oh yeah. Did you want to announce that?
Okay.
Liaison to the chamber.
Yeah. So also, this is a very fun event. I love doing it myself, and I'm never recognizable when I go out because I go all out. But on October 30th, there's going to be a Witches Night Out. It's a Warwick Merchants Collective event. It's the 3rd annual Witches Night Out, and it's going to be on Main Street, Railroad Ave, West Street, and beyond. Come enjoy an evening of dining, sales, spirits, raffles, and more. It's a lot of fun.
It's great. It's amazing that evening when I scan across my store and I see all these witches' hats, you know, like 50 of them, and it's like, oh my God, what's going on here?
There's some incredible costumes.
There are, yeah,
it's
unbelievably
amazing.
beautiful.
It's so amazing. Okay, so I have some Halloween stuff too. Our 2nd annual Warwick If You Dare self-guided Halloween decorated home map is available on the village's website. There's 13 homes this year, so that seems to be very popular. I've seen a lot of cars enjoying that. That's something that people really enjoy, so that's been fun. Scare the Mayor, there is still time to enter. You can do so by emailing our village clerk at clerk@villageofwarwick.org. And you can sign up for that up to, what do we say, October 28th?
I think the 22nd.
The 27th. And we look forward to that every year. And then also the Warwick Valley Community Center will be having their haunted house this year, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th from 6 to 9 p.m. It's a Twilight Zone theme this year, which looks really cool. And you can buy tickets at their website, warwickvalleycommunitycenter.org. And then this Sunday, October 26th, Warwick Cares, along with the Warwick Valley Prevention Coalition and the Village of Greenwood Lake and the Town of Warwick will be hosting a Mind Matters event that's on Sunday, October 26th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Winstanley Park. This is mental health and depression awareness event, which has been organized by Anya Sellier with Warwick Cares and is supported by the Town of Warwick, Village of Greenwood Lake, and the Warwick Valley Prevention Coalition. There will be speakers, resources, mental health and wellness organizations, food vendors, and sound by Miles. And that is all I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tom, give me.
Yes, so regarding the solar project with DPW roof, they've had to come out and look at a couple things, and so it's gone a little slower than I think we would have hoped, but I'm meeting with them Wednesday morning with our engineer to talk through it. And Ben, we'll have to figure, I don't know where we are with the contract. Did they send you a template Do you recall?
I
Or
don't
maybe Rena, you-
recall.
No.
Not yet? Okay.
We
Good.
just recently got
That's
it.
fine.
We recently received it, but there were questions, and so that's why you're meeting, and then it's
Okay.
gonna go to.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have some questions also about, their payment schedule doesn't exactly line up with the monies we would receive from the grant. So upon contract signing, we will get 25% of the amount.
Okay.
And then we get the remainder, the other 75%, when it's online. However, we're gonna have to pay the majority of that to be reimbursed, right? The majority right before installation. So it's going to create, again, I don't know the timeline of how quick they can get that done. But I did talk to Sadie about it, and so, we may need to pull from another fund temporarily until such time we can prove that it's online and we get the other 75%. And I believe it's direct pay, so we just get reimbursed to us.
That's great.
So that's moving. And the other thing is we just got, B&L sent back the proposal for the climate adaptation plan, that grant. And so it looks like out of pocket would be roughly 20,000 with the estimated in-kind services of 5,000. So that's more along the lines of what we
Right.
discussed.
Right.
So I would anticipate then, it seemed like there was general alignment last time that this would move towards a resolution,
Okay.
I would think.
Okay.
Do we need to figure out what the outcome of the EFC I&I study is first before we commit to it, or like if we have to pay back $15,000?
It's two different pots of money.
Yeah, two different
They're
difference,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're just different.
And as far as that 15 goes, I believe we've got 100,000, if I'm not mistaken, in the sewer fund to pay, to cover that. It was in anticipation of doing additional work every year to get a handle on it. So, yeah, I mean, that's coming from the sewer fund, and yours would be from the general.
That's right.
And just to refresh everyone's memory, the idea is that that'll put us in position to apply for more grants,
Correct.
Infrastructure
Right.
related.
Right. So you're going to move forward with a resolution or?
I'd like
define-
to.
Yeah, okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
Ben and me need help drafting
Okay.
what that would look like. Sure. Make sure you have the latest. But that's the only update from me.
Okay. Those are
Great.
good updates. I just have a couple things. As you mentioned, we had the opening and the sort of dedication of our skate park, and I just wanted to thank the skate park initiative again. We're fundraising for a good old 10 years, so that's that's pretty amazing, and all of a sudden the stars aligned, so that was great. But I also want to really thank Bill Lindbergh for the work that he did, his leadership. He has been such an important part of it, and so dedicated to the idea, and just so engaged into the entire project, and that's really critical for something to be successful. So, but that committee is wonderful, and I don't know what they're going to do next. So I guess that's we'll have to figure out something for them. I guess we can have them work on the Patriots Path. Yeah. But I also want to thank the Warwick Town Police for this past weekend. There was a large rally on Railroad Avenue for the No Kings Day, and they just did an excellent job in terms of public safety. They were, they requested for us to put our large trucks at each end of the block for good reason, and but they had direct communication with the folks that were putting this together, and for over a month, and so they really had a great sense of what to anticipate, and they had enough force to be there. And it was on a very busy Saturday in our village, and so it went very smoothly. There was no incidents, and so I just want to say thank you again to Chief Rader and to his men for that work. Really great work. And then this coming Sunday, October 26th, at the Farmers Market, the village will have 2 tents, one for New York Forward and one for our project called the Patriots Path in Veterans Memorial Park. And our landscape architect will be there getting public feedback and about the Patriots Path project. And I will be in the other tent with some of the task force for the New York Forward grant, which we are applying for. We have a survey, and the survey is through a QR code, so it's very easy. You don't have to fill it right there. And it's been pretty robust, so that's been great. And we'll just continue that work. Tomorrow, as part of the New York Forward grant and outreach, we do something called a walkabout with local architects. And it's really a lot of fun. We'll meet here, and we're going to take a walk throughout the entire village, the historic district, the commercial district. We may even get to some of our parks if I can, push it. But that's always a lot of fun because they have definitely eyes that look upon things in terms of a design and to a vision. And so we take a lot of copious notes, and we get a lot of information from that very simple exercise. And then the other thing, as part of community outreach too, is on Thursday morning, very early, 7:45, I'll be meeting with the student council from Park Avenue School. And the discussion will be on what would make our village better, more beautiful, especially for kids. So so that's some of the things that we're doing internally to prepare for this application. So I'm very excited about it. And that's all I have for today or tonight. But we do have to go back into executive session. And Carly, do you want to do that? It's the this one.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session to discuss the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, discipline, or removal of a particular person or corporation.
Good. Do I have a second?
Oh, second. Sorry.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
May I have the recorder, please? Thank you very much.
I felt bad. I sent that gentleman on his way.
I know.
Suggestion you do.
You're telling her to leave.